Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. Happy Sunday everybody. Now Business Insider reports that Congress gave itself another week to strike a stimulus deal, but there still is not signs that the parties will agree on a plan before millions lose assistance. Congress has passed a spending bill that gives it another week to try to agree on a second stimulus package before Christmas. But there are no signs that they will be able to strike an agreement before that. The two parties have been negotiating for months without coming to an agreement, and the same issues that have kept them deadlocked still remain. There is one billionaire that is advocating for a second stimulus bill, however, and his name is Mark Cuban. CNBC reports that Mark Cuban says, instead of funding government assistance programs, Congress should write those checks to Americans in need. Mark Cuban told CNBC, "I think government programs designed to meet specific issues are less efficient. My preference is, and has been, that we take those funds and others across the spectrum of approved programs and write those checks to the eligible population." Everybody tell me in the comments down below, do you agree with Mark Cuban and believe that a second stimulus check of $1,200 should be passed? Tell me what you think, everybody, in the comments down below. So folks, our politicians in Congress, the Democrats and Republicans, are pushing for a second stimulus bill and a second stimulus check to be approved. Congress has until December 18th to pass a second stimulus bill. Now before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notifications bell. And let's get this video to 5,000 likes if you think that Congress should pass a second stimulus check of $1,200 before the end of the year.
And who seems to wake up each morning with a new round of outlandish reasons why Democrats are somehow to blame for all the world's ills.
I can say this unequivocally. What Mr. McConnell is putting forth in terms of liability is such an assault on Americans workers that I hope that the group goes nowhere near what he is presenting.
Democrats laying the blame for the stalled progress on a new coronavirus relief bill at the feet of the Majority Leader. Speaker Pelosi was referring to one of the biggest issues, liability protections for businesses from essentially being sued if workers get sick from the virus. It's one of the two big issues lawmakers can't agree on.
As we can see, everybody, our politicians are still playing the blame game. Democrats like Speaker Pelosi are blaming Mitch McConnell, and Mitch McConnell is blaming the Democrats. My message to our politicians is to stop playing the political games and pass more stimulus relief to the people that need it. The great American people need help now. If you agree, then leave a comment down below saying I agree. Now everybody, there is still good news. Congress did pass and agree on a spending bill, which gives it another week to try to agree on a second stimulus package before Christmas. That's according to Business Insider. Congress passed a short-term spending bill to give itself another week to try and strike a stimulus deal. Negotiations between the two parties have been taking place for months without resulting in any new deal. Now remember everybody, the last stimulus bill was passed back in March. 9 months ago, both parties, the Democrats and Republicans, and even the White House, agreed to pass a stimulus bill. And $1,200 stimulus checks were then sent out to our American people. Right now, both parties are just playing the blame game. Everybody tell me in the comments down below, why hasn't Congress passed a second stimulus bill with $1,200 stimulus checks? What's going on in Congress? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said that party members want greater liability protections for businesses and object to funding state and local government proposals. And Democrats have rejected the White House's $916 billion proposal. Instead, saying that the bipartisan plan is the only proposal that has a chance of passing before the end of the year. Democrats want to give states assistance, while Republicans want liability protection for businesses. The Times and the Wall Street Journal reported that Republicans have suggested removing both provisions from a deal to pass a narrow package. Democrats have opposed the idea, believing state and local governments need the support due to the pandemic. Senator Joe Manchin, a Democrat leading the bipartisan group working on the next $908 billion deal, said that the negotiators want to keep both provisions in their plan.
Been seeing the entire time. I mean, both Democrats are saying we can't do this. They know that they need the leverage that they have right now to get state and local money through is what they need to get it passed. McConnell feels the same way about liability protections, and hence we are still at this stalemate. But remember, this is all at the expense of everyday Americans who are facing, I mean, these programs expire the day after Christmas, these unemployment benefits that are set to expire for people. I mean, people are trying to buy gifts for their children right now. They're trying to plan for the holidays.
So the Wall Street Journal, we're still working and nothing is coming out. Senator Chris Coons, also a Democrat, noted that the debate around liability protections has already been taking place for months, with little progress being made. He told the Wall Street Journal, "We've had an 8-month impasse around liability issues, and it is proving extremely difficult to close that distance." The Wall Street Journal also reported that Democrats have proposed an alternative to Republicans' liability demands, but it's not clear if the Republicans will accept it. According to Business Insider, the bipartisan plan is itself a compromise proposal, including to strike a middle ground that both parties could support. Democrats have been arguing for a $2.2 trillion relief plan, while Republicans argued for a smaller package. But still, politicians like Senator Bernie Sanders and Josh Hawley are pushing for a separate vote on another round of $1,200 stimulus checks for Americans who earn up to $75,000 a year.
People are going to need more relief when the new Congress is sworn in the new year, and when Joe Biden becomes president on the 20th. Why not go ahead and just pass a relief package and get to the state and the local sections of this bill, as well as the section dealing with liability and what the liability shield would look like. Get to that next year. Why not go ahead and just pass the COVID relief right now?
We may get there, Joe. I mean, Democrats,
in order to pass a stimulus, and for that $1,200 check last time, we needed to pass a law for that, right? Because not every form of relief, people may say, oh, that's such a basic thing to say, but not every form of relief actually requires passing a law, right? That's our whole argument to Joe Biden, is that you don't actually need Republican senators to vote for student loan relief, for example. He could cancel millions and probably billions, frankly, billions of dollars of student loan debt with a strike of his pen, with an executive order. Even with many Republicans who are open to voting for a check, the problem is that they want something in exchange, right? And the thing that they want, that Republicans are asking for in exchange, is something known as corporate liability protections. What's that? Corporate immunity.
With that being said, folks, that is all the news in today's video. If you found this video useful, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell. Thank you for watching, everybody, and until next time, have a great day.